Good afternoon, class, Mr. Redican and judges. I'm Cooper Tolan, and today my dapper partner, Gotti Zimmerman, and I will be debating on behalf of the affirmative side. Resolved that the United States federal government should eliminate affirmative action from college admissions. Now, as my partner Gotti has already said, there are some major flaws present in the current system of affirmative action. While affirmative action may have been an excellent policy when it was first created in the 1960s, it is no longer necessary and is now inefficient and ineffective. At its inception, affirmative action's mission was to provide equal opportunity to all Americans, no matter their skin color, sex, or religion. Now, however, it has changed, promoting diversity rather than equality. Gotti and I have come up with a plan that would eliminate affirmative action from college admissions as the resolution states, and would be practical to implement and desirable for all parties involved. The first step of our plan is for the federal government to overturn affirmative action and therefore eliminate it from the college admissions process. Now, this simply means that ethnicity, race, religion, or sex would not be taken into consideration when applying for college. There would be no section on the application where you would check off your race or ethnicity, or etc. The admission process would be based off merit alone, thus creating equal opportunity for all applicants to pursue a college career. Now, I'd like to clarify one thing quickly. When I say merit, I'm including any after-school activities, sports, clubs, and any other factors that influence a college in choosing an applicant besides grades and test scores. Our plan would not be the first to refute affirmative action. In fact, in several places this has already occurred. For instance, in 1995, the University of California school system voted to discontinue affirmative action, and in 1998 the state of Washington also ended affirmative action, alongside 6 other states including Arizona, California, Florida, Michigan, Nebraska, and New Hampshire. Now, I'm sure that the negative will say that eliminating affirmative action will decrease the percentage of minorities enrolled at universities nationwide. Gotti and I thought about this, and this is where step 2 of our plan comes in. The next step of our plan is to initiate a system to address the issue of socioeconomic factors, such as poverty, during the college admissions process. The negative may say that minorities need a leg up to make up for the disadvantaged start they have had. We agree, but shouldn't anyone who has had a disadvantaged start get some help? Consider this. Over half the people below the poverty line in America are non-Hispanic whites at around 19.6 million people. However, under the current system of race-based affirmative action, these people are excluded from help because they are white. However, a wealthier black student may be helped by affirmative action when they are in a better situation just because they are black. That is inequality and discrimination, and needs to be remedied. Our system would be modeled after the system that is currently used by the state of Texas, where the top 10% of each high school class receives guaranteed admission into one of the state's primary universities, either the University of Texas or Texas A&M. This system has been in place since 1997 with excellent success and has ensured that kids from all backgrounds, regardless of race, are able to receive an education if they work hard and to the best of their abilities. Now back to the percentage of minorities question. Due to the vast diversity of high schools across every state, the top 10 system would yield a vast diversity of excellent students who would then go on to college. Thus, all races and all classes would be treated fairly and would all be equal under the eyes of the system. Finally, as our plan would call for a national law of such sorts rather than a state-by-state law, there would be an incentive for states to pass such a law, just like when the government wanted all states to raise the legal drinking age. Under our plan, education funding would be tied to states passing legislation to initiate a similar system of percentages. This would ensure that all states pass the legislation and any student from any state would receive the same opportunity. Our plan is practical, as it ensures that kids from any background would be able to receive admission based solely on merit, and is very desirable, as it would no longer encourage racism and treat all applicants fairly and evenly. Finally, I would like to close by drawing your attention to a few definitions. The negative will argue that creating diversity at universities provides equality. However, this is not accurate. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the definition of diverse is different from one another or unlike. The definition of equal in the same dictionary is like in quality, nature, or status. Doesn't different from one another mean that not all races are equal? To prove my point, I would like to draw your attention to the definition of discriminate in the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The definition is to make a difference in treatment or favor on a basis other than individual merit. So, if we continue to utilize affirmative action, we will be continuing to discriminate, as proven by the definition, against minorities and the majority as well. Affirmative action was implemented to stop discrimination, so why does it continue the practice? A policy that treats people differently because of their race can never be equal. Eliminate affirmative action to provide equality for all. Thank you, and vote affirmative.